Hello again. Today we're going to talk about theme from another perspective. This time we're going to talk about one of the most important tools that I've ever come across, one of the most important concepts that you can use to elevate your work, and that's a device known as the thematic argument. So here we go. The thematic argument. Two belief systems battling for the soul of your protagonist. How to engineer a powerful thematic argument and deploy it in your work. A thematic argument is a structured approach to embedding a central theme into a story, ensuring thematic coherence and depth. It distills the chosen theme into two opposing statements. Generally speaking, you could describe these as a painful truth and a comforting lie. These statements guide the narrative, characters, and scenes, creating a constant and cohesive tension that binds the story elements together and drives the story forward. The three elements of a thematic argument. Number one, a central thematic concept. A single word representing a specific thematic idea or concept that the writer has strong feelings about. Obviously, you need to be inspired about what you write about. Can't be boring for you, so pick something that is important to you. Number two, a painful truth. This is a statement of opinion, the writer's opinion, not the character's, that challenges popular opinion and exposes a harsh reality related to that central thematic idea or concept. And number three, a comforting lie, which is a contrary statement of equal power and weight that provides a comforting but potentially misleading perspective on that same thematic idea. Example, if the central thematic concept were justice for your story, then the painful truth might be that justice is always a second crime. And the comforting lie might be that justice is always just. How a thematic argument enhances storytelling. Number one, clarifying your core message. By distilling the theme into a thematic argument, writers can clearly define the core message of their story. This clarity helps ensure that the theme is consistently and effectively woven throughout the entire narrative. Number two, creating narrative cohesion. The two opposing statements of the thematic argument serve as guiding principles for the story's development. Each scene and character interaction can be crafted to reflect elements of both statements, creating a cohesive and unified narrative. Number three, generating dramatic tension. The dynamic opposition between the painful truth and the comforting lie generates natural dramatic tension. Characters embody and explore these opposing views, leading to conflict and growth that can drive the story forward. Number four, deepening character development. Characters are assigned one of the two statements to interpret in their own unique way. This means that you're going to basically have two camps of characters, each camp believing in one of those two statements, but every character in each camp also has their own personal lens through which they interpret that. So everybody has a unique perspective, and any combination of characters can actually create immediate tension. So deepening character development. Characters are assigned one of the two statements to interpret in their unique way. This approach ensures that each character's actions and motivations are tied back to that central theme, resulting in richer and more nuanced character development. Number five, ensuring thematic consistency. The thematic argument provides a framework for maintaining thematic consistency throughout your story. By revisiting the painful truth and comforting lie, writers can ensure that the theme remains central and resonant from beginning to end. And finally, personalizing the story. Since the chosen theme is something the writer has strong feelings about, the thematic argument helps create a story that is more personal and meaningful. This personal investment can enhance the writer's unique narrative voice and help the story stand out. Both very critical. Okay, let's talk about building a thematic argument for screenwriters and authors. This exercise, I hope, will help you choose and deploy a central theme, bringing cohesion to your narrative and helping you develop a unique voice. Step number one, identify that central thematic concept. The objective here is to pinpoint the core message or idea that you want your story to convey. To do that, I have people complete a very simple sentence using only one word. The sentence is, "This is a story about blank." The single word must be the central thematic idea or concept that you wish to explore in your story. Example, like we talked about earlier, this is a story about justice. Other examples, this is a story about love. This is a story about freedom. This is a story about power. It could be anything, as long as that word resonates with you. Step number 2, craft your thematic thesis. Your objective here is to make a bold personal statement of opinion about that chosen word, that concept or idea. Here, you write a statement that you believe to be true about the thematic concept. This statement will be your thematic thesis. It should be either something that you think should apply to everyone but doesn't, or something that you believe does apply to everyone, but they just don't know it yet. Your thesis is not a question, it is your answer. Avoid making it character or situation specific. It should inspire those elements instead. It's not simply a situation, it is your attack on one. It is a critical observation. Always avoid cliches and conventional truths. Nothing easy. Do not let something that we already know, such as war is hell or love conquers all, be the entire point of your story. That's boring. We've been there already. We need something fresh and unique to you. Choose instead a personal truth. Show us your unique point of view. Choose a point of view based on an injustice you have observed or a common misconception. Do not let something we already know become the entire point of your story, like we say. It should state with certainty, not as a possibility. Avoid non-committal words like usually, or can, or may, or might. Use very clear, crisp, definitive language. This is, for example. Leave no room for confusion or misinterpretation. Clarity and specificity are absolutely crucial. Be brave and risk offering bold opinions. If you want to play it safe and never risk offending anyone, don't become a writer. Remember, to write a story with a passion and purpose, you must articulate a strong opinion and a crystal clear premise. Here's where you express that opinion, not overtly in the pages of your script by being preachy. Example, again, justice is always a second crime. A controversial take, but a very interesting one that would be fun to play with in your story. Other examples might be, love is a fleeting illusion, or freedom is a myth, or power is a poison that kills. Step number 3. Now you develop your thematic antithesis, the opposite statement. Here your objective is to compose an equal and opposite statement about the same thematic concept. You write a contrarian statement that opposes your thesis. This becomes then your thematic antithesis. Your guidelines here would be to avoid cliches and conventional truths again. Choose a point of view based on an injustice or common misconception. Do not let something we already know become the entire point of your story. I have to keep saying that. Love is blind, war is hell, these are boring. They've been worn out. Choose a personal truth and show your unique point of view here as well. And again, aim for clarity and specificity. An example, again, opposite of the one that we just spoke about, would be that justice is always just. Someone believes that by nature, every justice is just because, which is a very dangerous kind of thing to believe in, but plenty of people walk around with that kind of perspective. Other examples might be that love conquers all, freedom is everyone's right, and that power is a responsibility. Step number 4, outline your plot with purpose. Your objective here is to map out your plot with scenes that embody and explore your thematic argument. Create a simple outline of key plot points. For example, an inciting incident might be that the protagonist, a lawyer in this case, is asked to defend a guilty person. In the rising action section of the story, the lawyer faces moral dilemmas, challenging their belief in justice. At the climax of the story, the lawyer discovers that achieving justice might require actually breaking the law. The falling action is that the consequences of their actions unfold, revealing the complex nature of justice. And then the resolution could be that the protagonist must reconcile their actions with their beliefs about justice. Step number 5, develop thematic subplots. Your objective here would be to enrich your narrative with subplots reflecting different facets of your same theme. creating subplots for secondary characters, each representing a different perspective on that same thematic idea or concept. For example, a police officer who believes in absolute justice, who believes in the comforting lie, and another supporting character that is a victim seeking revenge, believing that justice is personal, which is a painful truth. Step number 6, use character arcs to illustrate your theme. Your objective here is to ensure that each character's journey reflects the thematic argument. Outline the character arcs for your main characters. For example, your protagonist starts believing in the comforting lie, but through the plot's trials, they come to understand the painful truth. Your antagonist could come at it from the opposite angle, representing the rigid belief in the comforting lie, ultimately facing downfall due to their inability to see the nuanced truth. But again, everything is coming back to and is informed by your central thematic idea. Step number 7, infuse theme into dialogue and symbolism. The objective here is to embed your theme into the fabric of your story through dialogue and symbolic elements. Write key dialogues that subtly or overtly discuss the theme, and incorporate symbols that represent aspects of your thematic argument. I'm a huge fan of symbolism and recurring visual motifs and that type of thing. Super fun to play with because they come packed with tons of meaning and they don't require a lot of space on the page to deliver that impact. For example, a piece of dialogue might be, is it still justice if we become criminals to achieve it? A symbol might be a broken scale representing the imbalance and complexity of justice. Step number 8, review and refine. As they say, all creation is iteration. So your objective here is to ensure your plot consistently and effectively expresses your theme. Revisit that outline and your scenes, checking for thematic consistency. Does each plot point advance the thematic argument? Are character actions and decisions reflective of the theme? Is the tension between the painful truth and the comforting lie evident throughout? And here's a couple more examples to consider. If your central thematic idea or concept was love, the painful truth could be that love is a burden. The comforting lie might be that love is freedom. If your central thematic idea was power, a painful truth might be that power corrupts. And the comforting lie might be that power purifies. I'll post also the text version of this so you can read the other examples. There's 20 in here in total, but that'll give you an idea of what you can do with these kind of powerful ideas, these powerful kind of tools. In conclusion, by following the above steps, you're not just telling a story, you're crafting a narrative that resonates deeply with your audience. Your plot is the vehicle, and your theme is the destination, with you as the skilled driver. Remember, the marriage of plot and theme transforms a good story into a great one. Write with passion, clarity, and purpose, and let your unique voice shine through your thematic argument. It's a great tool. I'd love to hear you talk about whether or not you use it and what you might have explored or discovered while kind of playing with it. And if you've got any questions, as always, feel free to reach out because I love talking about this stuff and I'd love to help you if I could. Okay, enjoy and happy writing. Cheers.